Hello, I am Endlessness and welcome back to Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, and in this video I like to give you a guide for trial of Shiva and Ramuh EX2. It's our second double summon and we have to fight both Shiva and Ramuh at the same time, and unlike with VII requiring only one element, here we need both water and fire. They also use magic attacks and buff their attacks very frequently, so we need to debuff their attacks and also need strong magic defense as well as defensive buffs on a team. They will also buff their elemental resistances often as well as physical and magic defense, so we need something to nullify those buffs as well. And there will be some sigil phases, and while Shiva only needs a diamond sigil, Ramuh requires all three sigils, so diamond, circle and X, and ideally you want to have three of them, but having just diamond and circle will be enough. Also, if you're struggling, you want to equip some weapons with lightning resistance or ice resistance, but guild weapons with magic defense for all allies are also most amazing here. But Shiva Ramuh battle is the first battle with no defined phases, so each battle may look a little bit different depending on what actions you take, so ideally you want to keep both bosses at similar HP throughout the battle until you are ready for the kill, because you can't kill just one of them early on, as it will be the same case with VII. As soon as you kill one of them, the other will start charging the ultimate attack that will instantly kill you. Since we need both elements here and a whole set of very specific things, we have to use one character as DPS for both fire and water. So we have Cloud, Tifa or Glenn, and there is no other character currently in the game that can cover these two elements. Both Cloud and Glenn are physical and Tifa is magic and her weapons hit the hardest. But then we also need Diamond Sigil and a weapon to debuff magic attack on both of them, so the only option is Barret with Shark Slayer, as this weapon is just perfect for this battle with Diamond Sigil and the ability to debuff both fire and water resistance. Electro Cannon is Kuja, so debuffs magic attack of both bosses at the same time, and there is no other character that could be used here instead of Barret. If you are using Cloud or Glenn, Aerith with Kamura and Bahamut will be your best healer option, but Matt is also a nice alternative. So I'm using Cloud, Barret and Matt. Matt being a healer, Barret a debuffer and Cloud DPS. Matt has Gear Voucher outfit with Vanquishing X, Prime Number for heals and lightning resistance, Core Defender and ultimate weapon, Circle Sigil, D5 to help debuff magic attack, and Quaker is just a stat stick. Then in sub-equipment slots, Matt has Syringe for HP, Centipede to boost heals, and Guild Weapon for magic defense for all allies, so Matt has 11.5 HP, 4.1 heal and 227 magic defense. Barret has Gear Voucher outfit with Hellfire, Shark Slayer to debuff elemental resistances and for Diamond Sigil, Electro Cannon to debuff magic attack, then a Circle Sigil in boost slot, Breach to debuff Ramuh's physical defense, and Aurora is just a stat stick. And then in sub-equipment slots, Barret has Guild Weapon with magic defense for all allies, Bahamut Summon Weapon for HP and magic defense, and Stream Axe to boost Cloud's DPS, so Barret has 14.3 HP and 258 magic defense. And Barret has the highest HP and defense because he'll get targeted by a single target attack, so he has to survive them. Lastly, Cloud has Bahamut outfit with Leviathan, Maritime Sword as well as Sky Splitter for DPS and Ultimate Buster, Circle Sigil in boost slots, D5 to help debuff magic attack, and this barrier is just a stat stick. And because Cloud will need to do damage with both water and fire weapons, I gave him my best weapons with physical ability potency and ability potency instead of elemental potency, so Cloud has 12.2 HP, 7.3 physical attack and 212 magic defense. And Cloud is the only character with no elemental resistant weapons, so if you are struggling to survive, you might want to give him one as well. So Shiva Mobile is quite complicated and took me quite a lot of practice to get it done consistently, so I have a very specific starter. So with Cloud, start doing DPS on Shiva, but with Matt, do D-Faith twice. And I'm going to wait for Max Stance to do Sky Splitter again. But now with Matt, wait till you have 7 ADB with it, if you have the same setup. And then hit Magic Defense buff, and very quickly with Barret and Cloud, do Magic Attack debuff one more time, as well as Sky Splitter. And I don't think Cloud actually got it here in time, but normally 95% he always gets that attack off before the attack hits us. But that's fine. But here, just one more Sky Splitter, and with Barret wait till they buff magic attack again to start debuffing it. Also heal back to full HP. And just do everything you can to deplete those attacks, those attack buffs, maritime ones, and again just Kuja to fully debuff them. And also because my Kuja is below OP6, that Electro Cannon, I cannot go into high potency attack debuffs, so I can only go to mid, so it doesn't matter for me if I couldn't go any higher even if I wanted to. So I have to deal with mid potency magic attack debuffs here, but it still should be fine. And after Shiva gets hit, now we want to debuff Ramuh first before hitting him. Because here Barret already debuffed that fire resistance, so here we want to debuff water resistance. He has that physical defense buff, but don't worry about it, we just want to survive here. So buff that magic defense again for Barret, and I am going to do summons here. I'm saving Vanquishing Exfoliator for when I need it, but it's just, those two summons are just to deplete their gauges as much as possible, so that they hit a little bit weaker. Because those two attacks, they are both on Barret, so you want to ensure that Barret survives. It is pretty close, but still fine. But do Sky Splitter. And also here we have enough time to do a few more actions before starting to break the sigils. So diamond and then 13 circle sigils, but it goes very fast because we have to boost those circle sigil boosts. But target Shiva because you want to break her gauge during the stagger phase or very shortly afterwards. It is very inconvenient that one pixel left, but you want to break her. Because now she is stunned, she won't do anything to you, but her defenses are also lowered, and they will remain lowered for the entirety of the battle from now on, so you don't have to target Shiva at all. So save that and just focus on Ramuh from now on. But here try to debuff him as much as possible. And because Judgment Bolts had depleted gauge, it won't hit us hard. Here wait. because they will start doing that double limit again. So the same thing, we want to debuff them, but also do some DPS. But before, actually hoped I would get in time, but yeah, just vanquishing X, don't use Leviathan or any other limit break you might have ready, because I also save them for just before they hit. But here first, try to deplete, to nullify the buff and debuff them. Also pay attention to your magic defense, that you're buffed and will hit. Yes, it is a little bit risky to use summons so late, because you have a very short period of time to click to switch to defense. But also that means they shouldn't hit very hard here, because they are also buffed. Shiva's ice attack as well as Ramuh's lightning is buffed here, with 2 stacks so far, so we have to be careful. But here are the sigils, and as I said, I don't have X sigil, but it won't really be an issue. I just needed the defensive stats, and I don't really have good enough X, it seems, so I have to manage just with 3 ADB uses, and it won't really be very tough. It's just 3 ADB, you can debuff, do anything. I'm also going to do that Maritime, because I see I have enough time. The first time I just didn't equip X sigil, I forgot about it, but since I saw that it works anyway, so I just saw it, we don't really need it unless you really want to. But here I'm going to delete Shiva, because she casts that diamond dust and I don't really want to, so just delete her. And from this point Ramuh will start buffing his water gauge, and when he hits full, then it'll be that final, the pronouncement, and then the judgment bolt that he will start charging afterwards. That will kill you. But I have kept them at similar HP, so I knew it won't be hard. But it's a tough battle because there are no set phases. It depends what you do, as I previously said. So they could do many different things depending on your actions, but it took me a while to practice this to get it to very consistent. So I think that's the best setup and the way to do this battle. So yeah, I hope you found this guide helpful. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next one.